He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's Conversation.
Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Take a sip of my coffee. It's all right. It's not bad. I got an addiction to coffee. I tried to curb that addiction, and I failed.
How much coffee do you drink?
It's got to be 2 pots, a pot and a half.
A day?
Yeah, a day.
That ain't that bad.
No?
That's probably in the healthy range.
Is that healthy?
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
They go back and forth on coffee.
With the reports.
Yeah. It's healthy, not healthy, but anything under like 10 pots, you're probably...
Yeah.
There are people that drink a lot of coffee.
That's terrible.
It's the sugar that gets people.
Black.
That's the problem.
You got to drink it black.
You're not putting cream. You're not putting artificial stuff in there. You're not putting sugar in there.
Here's the thing. When I started off with coffee, okay, and this was back in the Jersey, New York days.
Yeah.
All right, with the unions, coffee, right?
Right.
I was a kid. I'd be putting the creamers in there, the flavors, the sugars. It was great. But they busted my chops so much. Okay, because these old school callous guys, Hey, Junior, what are you doing? You're drinking the foo-foo, know? Right. Yeah, this is not coffee. You're drinking milk.
Right.
Yeah, it's a dessert at this point.
You don't need pumps of hazelnut and
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
Don't be such a wuss, all right? Put hair on your chest. And that's when I switched to black, because I didn't have any hair on my chest at the time, and I wanted hair on my chest. And I actually believed them, that drinking black coffee would put hair on my chest.
Okay.
And 3 years later, I finally turned 16, and I'm short because it stunted my growth. All right, I got no hair on my chest.
No.
All right, I'm smoking cigarettes. I sound like I'm 42 at 16. All right. I should sue, Lawyer Wayne.
You should. Sue the union.
Still no hair on the tree. But we got more important things to talk about than hair on chest. Sorry, Gavin. Sorry for the terrible lead in. But Clarksville, your headline read, a boy received new hands for Christmas. So great to see a great headline. So, let's find out how it all happened, and let's help tell the story of 11-year-old Gavin Sumner. Okay? And he and his mom, Corey, they join us today in the studio. Give it up for Gavin and Corey. Good to see everybody. Yes.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Pumped to have you here today. Pumped. Quick shout out to Anthony Economos.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for enabling this, allowing
Wonderful
us.
Man.
I mean, what a cool guy.
Yes.
I love him.
Wonderful.
I'm glad he's on our side too. He's a big guy,
Yeah.
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 He's a big dude.
Do not want to mess with him.
No way. No way. He's an ally.
Heck, you could just make a machine to destroy you in 1 second.
I love it. Because Anthony, okay, of Bedstone Creative, well, he was able to create something. This was a Christmas wish list. Because Gavin, you were born without any fingers, okay? Without the left foot, right?
Yep.
Also, 40% of the tongue missing, right?
Yep, teeth, all of that random stuff missing.
Right. So Mom, Corey over
Yes.
here, all right?
Yeah.
You even said that doctors, told you that lots of times that babies who have these type of effects don't even survive.
Right. Yeah, because it was some sort of vascular disruption.
Okay.
So they said lots of times when most limbs are affected,
Uh-huh.
that they just usually don't survive.
Vascular disruption, meaning blood flow is cut off.
Yes. There was some sort of disruption to the blood flow.
Okay.
That's what caused this.
But, Gavin, obviously, look at you. You look healthy. You sound healthy. To be honest, you even smell healthy. Is that okay? Can I say that? Is that rude? Or I think you smell very good. But here, let's take a look at at one of the news broadcasts that I saw. And yeah. And, hey, if you're watching on the Facebook Live, okay, interacting with us, go to the share button, okay, and share it on your timeline. Let everybody know about this amazing story coming right from our borders here in Clarksville, Tennessee.
It's a present that would change 11-year-old Gavin Sumner's life. He has no idea what's in this box. That's Anthony Economist, the man who made the hands.
There he is.
For Gavin,
Oh, what a good
this
hug.
is
Whose office is it? Is that
That's
Mayor?
the mayor,
Mayor.
Mayor Durrett.
That's
Mayor
Mayor
Durrett.
Of course, it's Mayor Durrett's office. Look at the thing hanging up there. He's on the show Monday. We'll give him a little grief about this, right? Decorating his mounted thing.
life-changing. Simple tasks so many of us take for granted.
Awesome.
Picking up a water bottle with one hand were impossible for him until now.
I was just pure happiness. It was just a miracle come true.
Seeing his face, the surprise
I know them,
and
Bay.
the joy,
I know
and
them.
just seeing him hold that
You know
ball
people
for
on
the
TV.
first time was just nothing short of amazing.
Last year, Gavin put 3
Look at that look, Gavin. Explain that look right there. Like that is a smile that you just cannot hide. Explain that thought going through your hand and going through your head, and why when you put the hand on and boom, you're able to grab the plastic bottle, which is something that we take for granted of every day. All right, I mean, I do the sipping of the coffee, no problem, but you were able to do this. What was going through your head?
I was just it's kind of like it's like if you were to be cut off of something, like, for example, your coffee addiction.
Right.
If you were to be cut off of that from so long and maybe never had that, and then something so amazing just comes back, aka the coffee, you're just so happy and you can't hide it, and you just you live in the moment. It's a really bizarre feeling. And I was just really, really happy.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, from cheek to cheek, that ear to ear, that smile right there. Okay, so boom,
Last year,
got the
Gavin
water. Now, okay, now the actual 3D printout hands right there, which by the way look very cool. All right, I believe the kids call them BA. They look BA. I don't know what that means, but that's what they say. Right.
No clue what that means.
It means bad butt, but without the right.
Okay,
without the butt
gotcha.
part. Right.
I guess I'm getting old.
Nah, you look young. You look young. Don't worry about it, Corey. So, putting on the hands, all right? Did it feel weird? Did it feel awkward, or just a natural fit?
It was decently natural because it was like we had done so much fitting before, like trial and error. So they just kind of slid in, and especially with you have like a leather padding at the bottom, and so it was very comfy, very, very natural because it perfectly fit, and it was really, really good.
Would it be okay if I touch it, if I hold it?
Yeah.
You don't mind? And I won't break it because I know these aren't cheap. No way. I mean, the cost of these, Corey. Usually, how much do they go for?
Well, for prosthetics,
Uh-huh.
they can very easily run 6,000 to 8,000.
6,000 to 8,000.
But
Per.
these are these are actually the 3D printer.
Yeah.
Printed hands are actually a lot cheaper,
Because-
but it's just more. It's a lot of time.
Right, of
Anthony
course.
spent a year.
A
you know,
year.
I mean,
a year, and then customizing and everything.
Right.
And then when
Right.
Anthony was on the show, he was like, because Gavin, you're 11, you're gonna get bigger, you're gonna get taller. You know what I mean? So there's gonna have to be adjustments made, right?
right.
Oh, yeah. I remember them saying that's why you wouldn't want to necessarily spend a lot of money on a prosthetic that you're going to outgrow.
Oh yes, like his
Yeah.
so his prosthetic foot that he has, he usually now it's about every year and a half.
Is that one of 3D printed also?
No,
or?
no, it's a regular, just
Okay.
prosthetic. And I'd say up until about 2 years ago, he was getting one a year.
Oh, okay.
Like every year.
Right,
as
because
they
of the
grow.
growth.
He's slowing down just a little bit now, but it's
Here,
about every year and a half.
Gavin, start drinking coffee. Okay. if you start drinking coffee, okay, you don't have to worry about getting any
Man,
larger
coffee
ones.
tastes nasty. I taste that stuff.
Plus, it won't put hair on your chest. Okay, that was a big rumor.
Right.
Big
Learn
rumor.
from Joe.
Yeah, that's right. So, Gavin,
Taking mental notes.
I love it. Which hand should I take a look at first? You left or right, and they're the same thing, right? There's no difference
Yeah.
except for it's just the. All right, here, and I'll be careful with it. Thank you, brother. All right. Oh, this thing's great. Look at this. Look at this design. And how does it operate?
With the wrist movements, you can open and close.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if I would like to, I can physically move the fingers.
Are you able to put your right one on and show the camera?
Yes.
Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Gavin. This is amazing, and this is all 3D print, and it feels pretty durable too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Oh, there he
definitely.
goes. And the squeezing of the 3D printed fingers, it's just based off of your wrist movement?
Yep,
Yes.
like up and down.
Unbelievable. Up
Yeah.
and down, close, open. Right. That is great. And the grip itself is pretty strong, right? You're able to hold. What's the heaviest thing that you've lifted so far?
A full container of like tea. It's I don't know how much it was, but I was able to grip it, and by just using the grip, I was able to hold it, and it's like a giant jug.
Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
a pretty hefty thing, and it was able to withstand it.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Now, does Anthony say with increased technology, because each year we get more and more technology and advance the whole bit. What does he predict for the near future?
Well, I know that Anthony is already working on different attachments.
Uh-huh.
So he might have his goal, I think, is for Gavin to have like maybe 5 sets of hands. Instead of having fingers, maybe one will have a hook.
Interesting.
Or I don't even know what else. Like he's a genius. So
Isn't he great?
But he's got all these ideas of like ways that can help him, because he is limited on what he can do with this. I mean, it works for the grass.
Absolutely right.
But like if it's something with more weight, like a hook would definitely be sturdier. So
Gavin,
I mean,
you're going to have this belt with all these. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. Okay, you're going to have this like a superhero belt with and you'd be like this. Yeah, hook. Okay, here is a. Now, what about for writing and everything? Anything? Does this help with drawing, writing,
With
painting?
writing, I've naturally been able to find a way. I haven't been able to find a way to actually write with them. I've been able to grasp a pencil and a pen and stuff like that.
Right.
However, I can't necessarily write with it without it going everywhere.
Understood.
So,
Don't worry, the near future, very near. I can't wait.
yes, he does really good writing with just his hand, though. He'll hold the pencil like this.
Right.
And then he obviously has he has an iPad that he can use, the school
Right.
provides and lets
Right.
him use for longer writing assignments. So he's just adjusted, through the years to.
Speaking of the school, the kids been cool with you and everything.
Yeah.
They love this, right?
yeah, surprisingly, I was thinking that like middle school, I would middle school, it's like, seemed to be harder.
Okay.
And everything.
Yeah.
But in reality, I felt more wanted than in anywhere I've been to. So many kids have just gone up and just started talking to me. And like in elementary school, that never happened. And
Interesting.
so many kids have accepted me and really liked me for it. And yeah, I felt like a lot of acceptance in at least the school I'm going to.
Well, at least you're able to, be you and not have to fake anything and just be you. I love hearing that. And if anyone ever gives you any problems, okay? You see me, you see Bay, you see Lawyer Wayne, okay? There's a lawyer in here for a reason, okay? All right, we got your back, okay? We got
And Mama
your back.
does too.
Yeah, Oh, you never want to mess with an angry mama bear. No way.
No.
Man, here, let's continue watching some of this news broadcast.
3D printed hands on his Christmas list. His mom had no idea how to get them, so she posted on Facebook and eventually
Just a
connected
social
with
media
Anthony
post, huh?
Economist, who
Just a
owns
social
Bedstone
media post,
Creative,
yep.
a marketing and product.
Were you getting, like, I don't want to say desperate, but were you just like, I just need help?
Well, it was more like I honestly didn't even think that it would go as far as it did.
Okay.
I was just like, it was the way that he wrote his Christmas list. It was like, I don't really ask for much, but I'd really like a pair of 3D printed hands. And I was like,
Wow.
I know
Gavin,
that.
how'd you know about the 3D printed hands?
So
Was it YouTube?
partly.
Yeah.
But so I do watch quite a decent amount of news, and also about generally social media apps. I do use a lot.
Right.
I was going on and I was seeing all this stuff about 3D hands, and I had never really looked too much into them, but I was like, hey, Mom, why don't we do this? Because I've never gotten anything to help me with my hands except like, iPad and a Neopad and certain adjustment.
Yeah.
So I was like, so we were sitting down at dinner one day, and I was like, hey, can we have this? And then we left, and apparently she had thought of it. And then when I put it on my Christmas list, she posted it and was like, then it just went from there to, everybody that it got to, and then I got then I managed to get them.
And then, no pun intended, right into the hands of Anthony. Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, it was just like a mutual. A friend of mine knew her, and then she knew him.
Yeah.
So it was just,
Absolutely.
It's perfect.
Now, when the 3D request made it your way
Mm-hmm.
from Gavin, and you did your research, I'm sure, on it, and you saw the prices and everything, were you like,
Right.
were you disheartened?
Well, no, I mean, and it was never really an issue with money.
Uh-huh.
Like an actual real prosthetic, that would have been an issue, obviously, because of the way that he grows,
Right.
But Anthony just, he
Yeah.
was like, no, it's free of charge. Just, I'm doing everything.
Right.
So it was just a matter of, I didn't know where to go to get it started. So that's why I posted, to Facebook, and then just
Understood.
went from there.
Tech
Understood.
development firm. Economist has never done anything like this. He first printed out these
Look how
3D
this-
hands from
this
an open
3D
source
printing
file,
is
but
unbelievable.
Quickly
It is
realized they
amazing.
would not work.
His thumb articulation
Hey, I know
really
him.
interfered with the use of the hands.
We all know him.
So what they provided off the shelf wasn't going to work.
See, he drank too much coffee, and he got the beard from that. Okay,
Yeah. That's what happens.
Instead of the hairy chest, he gets a hairy beard. Like, look at Lawyer Wayne.
That's what I call dedication.
Yeah, that's dedication. That's right.
That's right.
And which we realized really quickly that we were maybe a little in over our head.
It took almost a full year of modifications and trial and error to get to this final product.
Just by closing his wrists, he's able to use these.
For Gavin, this is a huge step towards being independent.
I would have to have my friends, help me get all my stuff, help open things. But now that I have these, I'm able to properly be independent on my own.
Economist says this is a game changer because prosthetic hands can cost about $6,000. Kids rarely get them because they're still growing, and having to modify them just isn't
Right.
cost effective. But this is.
Now that we have Gavin's files done, we'll be able to support him as he grows, and we can print a hand up in a matter of a weekend.
Man, unbelievable.
Yes.
That quick.
Yep.
Because he figured it out.
It was just the process of getting it to work for Gavin's hands, because he has both hands, and it's different than any case that there's not a lot of files out there for that type of
Right.
the measurements.
I dig
so
it.
now they've got it done. It's easy to make them.
Gavin, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I would like to be a Unity programmer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah?
Gonna make some games.
Man,
Yeah.
I already feel more stupid.
Unity is
It's a
for
like,
making video games.
Yeah.
Have you tried out any Unity stuff
XBA.
yet?
No, I'm not gonna mess around with Unity until I get like Java down.
Yeah, that's you. You got to start with something a little simpler.
My God, I don't
completely
know. I don't know
lost.
what's
One of my
happening.
kids is doing the Java classes right now.
What?
And
Programming.
Mom,
Making video
just to
games.
mom it up for you, Java is a programming language.
Oh, it's not coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got me all excited that you're going to be making Java. I was like, this kid wants to be a barista when he grows up. That's amazing. Right. I can make Java. Oh, you rock, brother. I appreciate that. And we're about to see maybe if you want to become a broadcaster in the future as well.
Ooh.
Yes, because coming up, I dig this. I'm looking forward to it. It's Kid News with Gavin. Okay, the 11-year-old just told part of his story, and now it's his turn to tell parts of some other people's stories. Like, who stole the slushy machine in Madison, Tennessee?
Somebody really wanted a slushy.
How did a man in East Nashville walk away with $250 worth of chicken without paying? And is Tom Brady going to be wearing a Tennessee Titans jersey next year?
He looking at school.
Kid News with Gavin is next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.